camera here, and my background is quite odd. It's even a mirror back there. So let's figure. Maybe I can move yeah, myself here. Right. So what's up? Let's talk about helmets, particularly riding helmets for motorcycles. Um, by the way, I'm Jason, your host for the Hagbayon channel. No? Hagbayon channel is a YouTube channel, a small YouTube channel devoted to current events, literature, rock music, martial arts, blades culture, the outdoors, what else? Prepping and survivalism. Um, um, for this live stream, let's talk about this new helmet, motorcycle helmet to be exact, that I got for today. A backgrounder, just a backgrounder. Um, um, I always really wanted to be a motocross rider when I was a young boy. I was a little boy. Um, but then again, here where I am, there's not much support for that particular sport during my time. Not much support and not much gear and motorcycles available for the purpose. But then I became really interested in such sports because during our younger days here, um, there was this channel, TV channel called RPN9. Okay, RPN9 featured lots of sports shows. Okay, and they particularly like to feature motocross and other racing TV shows. I guess they would show, if I remember it right, it would show motocross and racing related TV shows every weekend, Saturday or Sunday. That is why a lot of my, you know, classmates and a lot of the kids in my generation really wanted to be able to ride and to be able to enjoy sports related to racing and motocross. Um, if I may share, here where I am, our batch in elementary was the first batch that got into skateboarding at that time. Um, we were the first batch to actually get into skateboarding. A classmate of mine bought a skateboard and then everyone got hooked and I learned how to ride. It was difficult at first, but I was able to learn it. And then later on with the bicycle, for some nebulous reason, I couldn't really ride the bicycle. Uh, People were teasing me because I couldn't ride the bicycle, and you know, I lost interest because people were so mean, teasing me because I couldn't just learn it. It took a lot of time for me to learn how to ride a bicycle. I never really learned how to ride it, but surprisingly or miraculously, after a long time, I was already in college at that time. I went home and I was around 20. I went home and I found a BMX. Okay, I found a BMX at our house, and the BMX was a heavy duty, you know, uh, a custom made BMX uh, to be used for business, to be used as a pajak, you know, a bicycle with a sidecar. We call that pajak here. Here I am in the Philippines, particularly Bicol region. And at the time, I found the BMX to be not with uh, 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 not with sidecar just yet. So it was a single bicycle. I rode it as I found it, and as if I always knew how to ride a bicycle, I was able to ride a bicycle that very day. And after a long time again, around 15 years or so, uh, I that BMX was actually stolen. So after a long time, I started riding again the bicycle, and I became serious at it, and it became part of my exercise, and it became part of my hobby, and it became part of my passion in prepping, particularly in fields research on vehicle blades, because the bicycle would serve as my what it would serve as my service vehicle. Lately, I also got into motorcycle riding just to have an option, you know, just to have an option. I can hike. Okay, I can hike long distances. That's an option. I can also ride the bicycle. I can also drive the motorcycle, and right now I'm training to be a better, a better driver, for four wheels. Now, going back, last night I was riding my motorcycle. I like to ride at night because it's not so hot. It's summer here in the Philippines, and it's very hot when you ride during the day. So I like to ride at night. And well, surprise, I got caught in an accident. You know, I got caught in an accident. Maybe it was an incident. We never really know, because according to the onlookers, it was actually deliberate on the part of the other party. Uh, I was trying to enter, trying to enter a highway, trying to get into a particular road or highway. It's a provincial highway, but then there were some vehicles, bicycles, already traversing the highway, so I had to respect, I had to respect their right of way, no. But then again, even if I exercise due diligence, looking left and right, okay, making sure that the road was clear before I actually went into first gear and actually uh, move in and enter the road. I found the road to be clear, but all of a sudden there was this cyclist who hit me, bumped into me, and he was really mad and sort of a little bit violent because he was kind of drunk. You know what? I attend seminars on driving and all that, LTO seminars on defensive driving and on road ethics or etiquette. So I'm pretty much aware what to do or how to behave when you're out there. Uh, and you know very well that you must keep your cool. Try to avoid road rage, because when you get into that stage, there's no turning back, and it could lead to uh, really dangerous and disastrous consequences, health wise and legally or legal wise. Right. Um, so there I was, and I was hit by this guy. And he was drunk, and he was a kind of a cyclist, but not really a pro cyclist, or maybe we could consider him a kamote cyclist, because he wasn't wearing a helmet, and it was at night, and he had no front lights, and he had no rear red lights or tail light. Um, as a matter of rule, a cyclist must always wear a helmet, and must always have a white headlamp or front light, and at least one red backlight or rear light or tail light when riding at night. But he had none of those. So maybe that was one of the reasons why I actually didn't see him. So he rammed my motorcycle. He rammed my motorcycle. That I call my motorcycle Alpha. Oh, I call my motorcycle Black Alpha. So he rammed the Black Alpha, and I was really caught by surprise. So uh, needless to say, because of the element of surprise, I lost my balance and I dropped the bike. I dropped the motorcycle, but it wasn't a really a really big drop or a dangerous drop. My speed was very low because I was turning left. I was entering the road and at the same time turning left while he came from the right. And according to the onlookers, apparently the cyclist was already there. Okay, was already there and observing me all the while. So for some for some reason, we can say that he had the so-called last clear chance. He had the last clear chance, and he could see me because well, my lights were on, but I couldn't see him because it was nighttime and he didn't have any lights on, and he could see me. And according to the onlookers, he was already there, looking at me and waiting for me. And the thing was sort of went his way when I decided to actually go and enter the road. So there, it was a funny thing because the people who tried to help me were the ones arguing with him. Uh, but I was, asking for his indulgence, his pasensya, because, you know, that's a proper, behavior. When you're out there, you can try to argue, but you can argue later when there's already complaints, etc. But the thing is, if there's not much damage, if there's not much issue. For example, in my case, I wasn't hurt, he wasn't hurt. My motorcycle wasn't really damaged, so I thought to myself, why sweat it? But then again, one of the onlookers was already indulging in an argument, in an altercation with him. So I was the one, interceding, and I was the one trying to prevent, to prevent a fight from actually erupting between them. So I was interceding, and when I couldn't stop them anymore, I just decided to go. It was funny because when I went my way, they were what? They were still fighting. They were still arguing. So that's what happened. That's what happened last night. And I thought to myself, maybe I need to post this. Maybe I need to post this on my social media account, and at the same time remind some cyclists, being that I'm also a cyclist, remind some cyclists to exercise due diligence by wearing a helmet, and especially when riding at night, trying to be visible. Uh, uh, by having at least one front light and one rear light. So that's what I posted on my social media account. I said I'm also a cyclist, in that I love cyclists, but then because of what happened, I had to remind more cyclists to be cautious. And being that the bicycle is one of the weaker vehicles when you're out there on the road. A cyclist must always exercise what we call as defensive driving. So it's very odd for a cyclist to actually hit a motorcycle. But in fact, uh, as a cyclist, personally, I try to avoid, being near motorcycles, more especially because motorcycles can speed up, and these motorbikes can actually just overtake from left and right, and uh, that's what they do. And that's why as a cyclist, I'm always careful with them. So I try to avoid them. I try to, ride away from them, especially from trucks as well, and from motorcycles, as I said. So it was kind of weird for me to experience that, to see, to actually for the first time experience a cyclist hitting a motorcycle. And this time I'm no longer the cyclist, I'm the motorcyclist. When in fact, when I ride, I always, try to avoid hitting vehicles, because I know that the motorcycle or the bicycle is the one of the weakest, one of the weakest vehicles when you are out there on the roads. Because of what happened, I posted it, and some people commented that I better change my helmet, because I was wearing a half face helmet that I got from the dealer of the motorcycle. I actually posted it. I actually featured it yesterday during my live stream. So I thought of buying, you know, a, a helmet with a brand, with a good brand, nice brand name, and incidentally, we can actually unbox it here, right? Spider. So let's check it out. Let's use my Leatherman, my Leatherman Wingman. Uh, Not the knife. There's actually a package opener. Okay, let's look for the package opener. So there, I got it now. All right. Yes, sir. Okay, got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So open now. Check it out. Check it out. Hmm. So let's keep our Leatherman first. Check it out. It's a nice helmet also. Very, very sporty. Mhm. Yeah, got it. It's large. The size is large. So spider, and it's a sports helmet. It's actually a motocross helmet. So let's try it. Let's try it on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just tag. Right. Good. Mm. There. Mhm. Let's bolt it. There. Cool. I'll be wearing my. I always wear my armor when I ride. So even when I cycle, I do cycling. I always wear my armor. So this would look good with my armor, white and black. I wear black armor. So it's more or less visible at night. Good thing about this, I can attach a GoPro here, or I can attach a light, you know, a bike light up here. It's heavy duty. It's quite nice. Mhm. So there, I can even wear my glasses inside. Like there, it works. So I can wear my glasses inside. Mhm. And Okay. The visor down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Moving my head around. Um,
The helmet was must move along with your head when you turn left and right, like this. So there must be no delay, because if there's a delay, that means it's quite loose. Size is large. This is large, and it's a tight fit. But then again, this will loosen when I use it more often and when I wash it.
yeah. Cool.
Okay, and it's now unbolted. Remove my glasses first. So it's somewhat like a motocross helmet. It's nice. There's some resistance. Trying this maybe tonight when I ride later. So there, you really have to invest on a helmet when we ride. So this is a nice helmet. I really like it. It is ICC ICC accredited. Mhm. Final quality control passed. Large 50 grams. Okay, it's big. Looks really big. I actually look like a robot. Maybe I will look like a robot later. So, again,
Mhm.
nice. Can wear the visor. Maybe I can decide what to wear the visor. Let's read what's on the visor. Okay, Hex 2. Spider Hex 2. For your protection, safety above all else. Impact resistant polycarbonate visor. Removable and washable lining. Quick adjust retention system. Dual density EPS liner. ABS composite shell. ECE certified. For your vision, market le- market leading visor technology. Scratch resistant polycarbonate, 100% UV, 400 protection, optical grade visor clarity, easy visor replacement. Okay. You can easily replace the visor. Luminous decals. This actually is possibly luminous. Let's try. Check it out. I have here my flashlight. Maybe you can. Yeah, it's luminous. You see? You see? You see? It's luminous really. So there, we really have to invest on a helmet. I was wearing a half face helmet, and people were telling me not to rely on a half face helmet. By the way, this is for motocross, but you can decide to actually remove this. This is for aerodynamics. You can remove this later if you don't like this anymore. But then again, I want this because I can attach some kind of a light up here. And that is really, really cool. Okay, that's it. Jason here for the Hagbayon channel and TMS Talks. Uh, Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you. Please comment down below. Don't forget that this channel features new content every Saturday at 6 p.m. and I go live from time to time. So just a small YouTube channel on some interests. Okay. Remember, keep safe or be safe, and as the great Mike Bunsho once said, never stop riding. I never did. Thanks for watching.